Top camera system. So we got the back view is on right now. Swipe. You got your dual view. Swipe. Front view. If you click, you have these options along the bottom. You could take it up. You could. This is for recording audio, taking a camera picture, recording. I like to stop recording. It auto records. Then you have your settings. And you have a lock button which will save, if you want to take a section of video and you don't want it to be overwritten, that lock button will save it. So this camera, it's 4K, and you can swipe from the left to right and it will go to all your captures. You have your different views. So locked basically means you hit a bump or something happened that it saved a section that won't be overwritten. Standard means something you recorded by hand, and then you have front rear photo. You could look at them on here, which is pretty cool. You can delete them, like front photo. That was a nice shot. It takes really good pictures, takes really good videos. So the setup I have is in a Toyota 4Runner, an older one, 2006. No exposed wiring. I have it all going through the headboard. I have it in parking mode. It always stays on. It did not come with that wiring. It came with the cigarette adapter, but I got the wiring that I wired into the fuse box right there. And that's a fuse that is always getting power. But the wiring kit, it knows to cut power if your car battery is low. So it will never let your car not start. So we'll go outside here. So I got the wiring going to the trunk. That's where I put the camera. Live on a dirt road, so it's really dirty. I do have to wipe the camera off a lot when I'm on the dirt roads. But that's kind of as expected. No exposed wiring. It's all going under the plastics all the way up the vehicle. I do like it a lot. I don't have any complaints. Well, actually, something I would say is that this is a large SUV, about the same size as like a Tacoma truck or Ford Ranger. The wiring it came with was not long enough, and it did not say anything in the description about that. I did have to buy, I didn't buy it actually, I had some wiring around and I spliced an extension to make it longer so that it would come all the way up. So it did not come with long enough wiring for a truck. It should say that in the description. It's an easy enough job to splice some extra wiring, but as a whole, getting the wiring up through all the plastics of your vehicle, it does take a while. It's a long job. Maybe it's easier on some cars. Relatively easy on this vehicle. It took quite a while. Other things to note is, the front camera is right here, so that'll never get dirty, and you just adjust that by turning the mirror. And then also you got your brightness. That's just swipe it up and down. And the screen's very responsive. It's really responsive. You have all your settings here. One thing is, because this will trigger when an event happens, like a crash or a break-in, you can actually change its sensitivity. So I have its sensitivity at quite low. That would be over here in driving mode, the G sensor sensitivity. Because I live on dirt roads, I'm out in the country. If I had it on high, it would trigger an event all the time. Parking mode, you could also change the sensitivity. I also have that low. So yeah, you can turn the sound off. You could turn all these sounds off, because the sounds are quite annoying, but you can turn them off, so no big deal. Yeah, and you basically pop an SD card in up top. You can always access it easily. That's a nice feature. And overall, I mean, it's a beautiful display. And as you can see, if you turn the screen off, you basically have a working mirror. It just works fine if you so choose to do that. So overall, great product. Really do like it. Very cool. It works great. You do have to wire the red wire to your backup lights for your car. So when you put it in reverse, it'll automatically go to backing. The backing has different adjustments. You could adjust it high and low on the backing, so that way it'll change the camera's angle to see very low or very high. So that works pretty well also. Like I said, no problems, very cool. It definitely impresses anyone who sees it. You know, it's very high tech. This is an old vehicle, it's a big vehicle. It can be hard to see behind you. I just wanted that extra visibility. I basically completely do not have a blind spot anymore in this vehicle. And this vehicle has giant dinner plate mirrors, but you have huge blind spots in this Toyota 4Runner. But basically, when you're on the highway and you have it in rear view mode, you can see the car up until it's like right about next to you on your shoulder. So basically, completely eliminate that blind spot. That's definitely a favorite feature there. So yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. Definitely worth it. You do want to know what you're doing with wiring. It will take some time. It's not a 10-minute job. It took me a couple hours. There was some, splicing of wires, messing around, but it's all pretty simple stuff overall. There's videos out there. There was videos even on this vehicle, and this is an old vehicle. So, yeah, definitely worth it. If you want to do it, do it. It's worth the time and effort. It's a beautiful system, and I'm very happy with it. All right, guys.
Hello everyone. I just wanted to review this cool VanTop dash cam. I just installed it on my 2011 Toyota Sienna, and this is a cool product. Very easy to install. I feel like this is a great product. I love how the camera displays. It's very clear, has a very clear image. As you can see here, very easy to install. I also wanted to show you the backup camera. That little thing in the back, that's the backup camera. And let's go ahead and start the car so you see. Just so you know, I forgot to purchase a SIM card, or I'm sorry, a micro SD card. That's on the way, and that's why you guys will see the little sign on the thing. But as you can see, this is a very cool camera. That's the front, the rear, and I also hooked up the reverse cable on the back on the rear camera. So whenever I go to reverse, let me show you what happens, which is pretty cool, you know. So, anyways, I just wanted to give you a quick review on this awesome product. I really recommend anyone to buy one of this. Thank you.
Boot this device up. I've been using it for several months now, probably maybe 3 months, and I've been happy with it. So the quality, though, yeah, I spent this little extra because I could have got a cheaper one, but I wanted the better quality, and I was not disappointed. It's really, the clarity on this is really cool. It actually surprised me when I first saw it. I thought, it'd be decent, but actually it's really quite good. So right now this is the back cam, and then you can swipe, and then you can get the front view and the back view at the same time, or you can swipe again. And you wouldn't want to do this because you need to be able to see behind you, but this is the front only. But the quality, I mean, it's really good. And I got this for in case I need like insurance issues, like if I'm in a wreck or something. I've got video footage of what happened in front and what happened in the back. You know, it's good for security stuff. But yeah, you can, and it's touchscreen, so you swipe and go back and forth. Now you can also access the menu by just touching. I was off screen a little bit, but yeah, just tap the screen. You've got options to go into the settings, like, you know, recording of the sounds, adjustment of like the quality. You can turn the quality down to save on disk space, which is it's a micro SD card, and you want to make sure that you get the right class. I forget which class it is, or it's 4 or 10, but you got to look up the classes on the SD cards, because certain classes are only rated to record certain resolutions. So if you want the high resolution, you're gonna need to make sure you get the high quality SD card. But yeah, it's good quality. The power I've got now, I haven't ran the power cable nicely like I did the backup cam. I'm gonna eventually run it through the trim like I did the other one, but I've got it runs down and you plug it in, and I've got it just plugged into the you know, AC outlet. So it's AC outlet plug-in. Okay, and yeah, now on the backup camera, I have it going down the trim, and I'll show you. This is, okay, so actually I've installed this on my, this is a 2015 Jeep Cherokee. That's what I've got it on. So just in case someone's wondering if the cable will reach all the way back, it does, at least on a Cherokee. So see, I went along here, pulled all the trim, and I went down here, it's under here, and I went behind the other back seat, and then I popped this back and got into the hatch, and then I popped the underneath of this off and ran the cable underneath. There's an access to get into the bottom side of the car, and finally I drilled a hole so I could stick the cabling through. yeah, I need a little bit of gappage on this, so I'm gonna have to. I was working on a piece of wedge of wood to put on here right now. That's just kind of holding it in place. But yeah, you can, and this is adjustable. You can move the camera how you want and stuff. But and you can put this in the inside. I've got it on the outside because the tinting on this hatch is pretty darn dark, and it was pretty kind of tough to see, so I went with I'm mounting it there. Works fine. So it is been doing good in the heat. Haven't noticed any issues with the cameras acting weird for it being, you can see here, outside temperature is 97 degrees. So, you know, this is North Oklahoma, and this is June 6th. So, you know, almost 100 degrees, and it's working fine. So temperature, high temperature, doesn't seem to be causing any issues with the screen or anything. I'm not sure what temperatures it's rated for, but it's doing okay at this temperature, and I don't expect to, you know, if it's doing okay at 100 degrees, if we get to 105 or 110, I imagine it would still probably be doing okay. So I don't think temperature is going to be an issue. But yeah, it's got lots of options. There is, let me see if I can find it. Try to think of where I got to the oh yeah, you can swipe the other direction and access the files that have been recorded. In fact, here's me walking around the outside of the car just a minute ago. See how it showed it over here? Here you can see here, outside temperature is 97 degrees. So, you know, this is North Oklahoma. And there I am talking. So, but let me go back because I want to see if I've been into the menu once. Oh, there it is, the gear symbol. Get in there. Yep. See, here's all your come on. Okay, there you go, focused in. You can change the resolution. Loop recording means, you know, when you run out of space, it deletes the oldest film first, or video first. So that's what loop would be. Yeah, I would recommend loop. And let's see, you know, audio on or off if you want to record audio as well. That's like if you'd want to turn that off if you need space on your drive. I haven't messed with all the modes, but like parking mode, to my understanding, is when you park the vehicle, if something bumps your car, like, you know, if someone's outside and, like, you know, bumps it, it kicks the video on and records what happened. So that's for, like, if, you know, someone bumps your car in a parking lot. I think license is something to do with the clarity on, like, how they...